Good morning, peeps. This is the wonderful causeway. This is a bridge that was built in the 60s. It's 24 miles long, and I drive it every day. Don't know if I'll be driving it every day for long, because I think on February 11th, I am retired. Retired, that's a nice word. Now they cut our department, and we are going off to do our own thing now. So been a good 23 years, saw a lot of TV, made a lot of TV commercials, met a lot of people. So who knows where the future leads. So anyway, yeah, this bridge is over Lake Pontchartrain. It's 24 miles long, and the average depth of this water in this lake is about 10 feet. It's funny, this water is so shallow. I mean, there are pockets that are 15 feet, maybe at the mouth of the river inlets, they're like 30, 40 feet deep, where the river current digs out the mouth where it goes into pours into the lake. But for the most part, I've seen topographical maps. It's 8 to 12 feet, the average depth of Lake Pontchartrain. So my grandfather, on my mother's side, he worked for Bow Brothers. It was a company that built most of the city, all the streets and everything. They've got gigantic contracts. They build everything. But yeah, he was a pile driver, and he worked on the bridge back in the 60s. And he was a pile driver that put all the piles and posts in and worked with Bow Brothers. And he also helped build the Superdome, that big UFO thing that you may or may not have seen in New Orleans, if you've ever been to New Orleans. So anyway, yeah, people are slamming on the brakes now. So let me keep up with them here. Yeah, he was a pile driver, and I remember when I was a kid, Grandpa would have his wife beater on, and he had like this huge scar across his arm and across his chest and back, like half his body, and it looked like it had been cut in half and then glued back together. I was like, Grandpa, what the heck happened to you? When I was a kid. I don't know if I've ever asked him. I was kind of intimidated to ask him anything. He was a nice guy, but he just looked like he'd tear your head off. And my mother told me he was doing the pile driver one day, operating it, and the cable that holds up like the 1-ton weight that slams down on these things, the cable snapped, and it went zinging across his cab, knocked him out of the cab, and almost cut him in half. And back in the day, shows how times have changed. He healed up, casually went back to work, and has a full body scar till the day he died. I think times have changed just a bit, because these days you'd be kicking back watching Netflix the rest of your life, which is $2 million, $5 million settlement. So yeah. So he went right back to work. Back in the day, hey, if you lived another day, you got to go back to work. Woohoo! So, yeah, that's a different day. So, yeah, good grandpa. He passed away when I was young. I remember spilling spaghetti in his lap and hearing strange stories. So anyway, this will be a POV of my drive to work. This is Esplanade, right off Causeway, and the Lakeside Mall is up here on the right. Crazy mall. It gets jam-packed. I think this is like one of the either the number 1 or number 2 mall with the highest traffic in the entire U.S. I think for this size mall. I love people that pay to get their mufflers removed. Yeah, this mall is huge. Well, not huge, but extremely popular. And it's extremely expensive getting a store in there. It's insane. It's like 24/7. It's always packed. I have no idea. I don't think it's that great. I've been to much nicer malls, but this is a nice one. So, anyway, beautiful Friday. It is Friday! And I'm thinking about one of the things I'm considering if I do finally retire from this TV station is start my own production biz. And boy, let me tell you, I have a light fever year round to buy gear. But now that I'm, trying to start my own gig, it's like, I got gear fever. I want everything. I want drones. I want stabilizers. I want gimbals. I want cameras. I want lens. I want it's like more than anything. So first I gotta actually make a couple pennies, and then decide what I absolutely need. I know gimbals are nice and everything, but I don't know. I've worked with people that have shot gimbals and I wouldn't say I'm necessarily impressed. I mean, unless you're Peter McKinnon and you live in the most picturesque part of the world, like snowy Canada, and you're going to Fiji every other weekend, and you go to these gorgeous places on the entire planet, Sahara Desert with dune buggy racing and Raptor truck racing. It's ugly. It's a bunch of sidewalks and dead grass. It's like, wow, what a beautiful view of a sidewalk, and winter deadness. So it's like you can't really use it a lot. I mean, I guess if you're doing that water tower back there, you can go fly up to it and drop back down and hopefully not get a ticket. I don't even know what the rules are. They're pretty much pooping on drones these days. I think you pretty much get a ticket for anything. So if you're on private property, you can go up, 40 feet and come back down. That's about it. So if we'll do it a car lot, something like that, be kind of cool. But I mean, I've worked in the city for 25 years. Other than St. Charles Avenue, when everything's in bloom and there's not a lot of construction, which is almost 24/7, I can't think of real pretty aerials that would be, really worth investing a drone in, But one of my favorite techniques are, if you're doing signage, or if you're coming up high off a building, or if you're sweeping down by a car, stuff like that, you don't need a drone. I mean, I'm looking at a Zhiyun, whatever you call it, little hand stabilizer from like my smartphone and a GoPro. And I made a commercial out of this one time, and a complete commercial that aired on TV, looked totally fine. We use a GoPro. There's a GoPro adapter you can put on here, so you can put your GoPro on the stabilizer or put your smartphone on the stabilizer, which looks pretty dang amazing. I've been tinkering around with this thing. Smartphones are getting crazier and crazier. They're catching up with GoPro fast. And you put it on a paint pole. You go to Home Depot, you buy a telescopic paint pole, and you go practice. And this is not hard to do. You can do upside down view, which makes life a heck of a lot easier because then you're not fighting gravity, and it does its own cradle kind of stabilization. It's like the weight's down. Now you got to get some kind of knuckle quarter 20 to quarter 20. You got to screw on a adapter from the end of the paint pole. So you got to do a little bit of rigging. And I might make a tutorial on that because it is really worth using. Because I mean, you can do cool stuff. You could slowly drive. You can't have too much wind hitting the thing, but you can come up to an opposing car, and you can sweep up right over the car as it passes over you. That's a hard shot to get with a gimbal. I mean, you could do this with a quadcopter, but you're just going to drive right by the other car. You sweep up like a seesaw. You're in an opposing car, and we put a GoPro stabilizer on a handheld stabilizer on a paint pole, and we went to this nature conservatory place on the West Bank. And beautiful place. Everything was in bloom. Grass looked good. Flowers looked pretty. Moss looked great in the trees and all that jazz, shooting through the trees. And you extend this pole up as high as you want. I mean, you get a triple extending pole that goes like 40 feet. I mean, you got a 40-foot instant boom, which no one's screwing around with booms anymore. So you put a little gimbal at the end of a paint pole and you're set. I mean, this is not hard to do. And it really looks good. It looks like you got a jib out there. And I mean, it's GoPro, so whatever. Just don't pout. It doesn't look like 4K, F5, F7 capture. It is what it is. It was a freebie commercial we did, and they were giving me these mediocre stills. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and shoot this thing. So we get out there, and the lady meets us out there. We get a golf cart, and we did kind of a lance approach. We stuck the paint pole straight out, put the stabilizer on it, and we drove through these nature trails. And it's like this smooth flowing travel. It looks so cool, and it was just so fun. What we did is we there's an adapter you can get for a paint pole. I might get it for this rig too, because it seemed to work pretty good. It's a little janky, but not too bad. It almost looks legit. The only problem is they're green, which I can't stand. I like everything being black in production. But anyway, it's a paintbrush holder. You screw it onto the end of the paint pole. Go figure. And then the other end of it's got a scissor clamp kind of thing, like a hand tightened scissor clamp thing. And the handles of these little stabilizers fit in that thing. You open it up, you tighten it up on them, you're holding the handle just like your hand. Okay, and then you got a fully articulating neck that turns and spins and does whatever you need. And it just makes life so dang easy. I mean, you wouldn't believe the versatility you get with this thing. If you're doing signage of a building and stuff, and you're coming off of high shots coming down, it is gorgeous. I mean, it is really fun. We did a commercial for Mulots, and I gotta post a couple of these vids. I really have to do some production on this channel. It'd be nice to actually answer questions and have content to look at. I just don't have time. Who knows? When I'm working 8:30 to 5:30 at the school board next month, who knows where I'll end up. I may have a little more time on my hands to do fun projects and to let this channel grow a little bit. Because I notice whenever you have content that actually answers questions, or it's some kind of search query answer, people want it. I mean, they're looking for content. This stabilizer right here. I mean, I'd probably get a ton of hits. Show people how to rig it up to a paint pole. I mean, go figure. You wouldn't think it'd be that easy, but it is. You save you $800 or $900 on a JVI. JVI, I always get that mixed up, but I'm drooling over the JVI Mavic Pro or Mavic Air, whatever it's called. DJI Mavic Air. I'm drooling. I want a Mavic Air so bad. Toys. But anyway, yeah, it's fun. So I'm looking forward to doing my own thing, and it'll be interesting. But yeah, I don't know, just figured to give you a different view. You guys know what I look like after video 533. Me just sitting here, looking at the sun, busting at people driving poorly. So, yeah, this is my drive. It'd probably be more interesting as a time lapse. Now you don't get to see me yawn. You get to see me, my drive, my POV. So, this is it. This is the wonderful drive I've driven for 25 years now. It's strange. It'll be amazing not having to do it every day, because let me tell you, I'm tired of it. So anyway, yeah, I might do the next tutorial on paint pole gimbalizer. That's what I'll call it. The paint pole gimbalizer. I love it. I entertain myself. After 25 years in a car, you kind of have to. Kind of like the guy left in the dungeon or on a deserted island. You become your favorite company. Oh, man. So, yeah. Good day. It's beautiful. Everyone's healthy. It's looking good. I got more and more people interested in working with me. So, who knows? This might be a good thing. It might actually be successful. It'll be interesting. Doing all the business end of it all. It was a lot of work. But hey, when you work hard, sometimes it pays off. So anyway, I think I beat the yawn count. I think that might be yawn number 5. And let me tell you, that coffee and that granola bar is kicking in, so traffic, let's keep moving, please. So, till next time, y'all have a good one, and I'll probably see you Monday.